Good morning, chickadees. This is Phyllis coming at you. No, Brenda's not in this video. She's in her room right now, or probably out there sucking in all the nature with the birds. That's what she do. She loves to go sit on the balcony early in the morning. So, but I came out here to tell you all something. Okay? A little bit of story time with me. A little bit, not much, but a little bit. Because a drastic miracle hit me. You all got to hear about this miracle. I promise you. Ooh, I promise you it's a big miracle. So you all stay tuned for the miracle. Okay? Number one, I wanted to bring you all because you guys are not familiar with our life. A lot of you are not familiar with me and Brenda's life. And then you guys just thought it all so happened it just appeared where it didn't. And 2013, she left and I left. Okay? In a lot of these stories, you got to realize that I tell you all, I'm 54 years old. So, a lot of stuff you're not going to know about us. For number one, didn't I just tell you guys my age? You're just not going to know in between the stories some things that we're not going to put in because we're wiser and we're smarter than that. And then it's going to take up your time. And by you knowing a whole lot of personal facts, it's not going to do you any good or me any good. So, some of the stuff you get, some of it you won't. So she went her way, I went my way. Well, I tried to go to Louisiana and stay. My body wouldn't let me. Nope. Wouldn't let me. So, my body decided, you know, I'm a type of person that just cannot sit still. I cannot sit still. I am always on the go. Always. So, one particular day I woke up and I said, you know what? I'm moving. I'm getting away from here. I'm moving. I don't know where I'm going to go. I'm just going to go. Well, my friend called me. She said, Phyllis, why don't you come to Alabama and stay with me and help me with my daughter? I said, yeah, why not? Nothing going on here. You know, my best friend had moved away, so why not? So I moved away. And after staying with her for a while, my soul just wasn't... I never lived on my own before, so I always lived with somebody else that could occupy my mind. See, as long as people there to construct my mind, I couldn't think. And I didn't want to think. And the reason I did not want to think had a lot to do with people might say, oh, Phyllis, your mother died in 1979 and you still... Yeah, I was still going through it. Still going through it because I hadn't healed. You got to remember, some people's parents pass away at an early stage, but they don't know what to do and nobody to tell them because it's the way that family were reared and they just didn't tell you, oh, you just keep going. What did our family know? I don't blame them. I don't blame my mother, sisters, and brothers. I can't blame them. They just knew what they knew. That's it. They didn't know anything else. So, after that, running, moved with her, and found my own spot. Which you guys will see, that's where YouTube started at. In my own apartment. Going over the videos when I had my guinea pig, when I started a motivated channel, because put your mind to it. I had time on my hand, I had time to think. I thought I was going to lose my mind, y'all. I promise you, I had never lived on my own. Oh my God, living by yourself. Wow, man, how's that going to help you, Phyllis? What's going to go on with you? And man, sitting there waiting on one of my friends to come home to keep me company. Oh my God, I used to just sit there. Man, when I tell you I used to just sit there and wait on somebody to come home because I didn't know what to do myself because I never lived on by myself. So, I had to realize something else had to be going on with me. Tried something else. Which Brenda had did a YouTube video a while ago. It ain't even on here. Yes it is. It's on one of my channels. It had to do with some food, and we videotaped the product. And I am not going to say which one it is, but for one thing, it's probably demonetized. I'm not for sure. It's demonetized. I don't think you can see it. I don't know. Probably, but that, some things come into your life for a season, reason, lifetime. So I looked at that while I was there, just looking, and I said, you know what? I'm going to make this out of a part-time living. Well, I didn't take it that serious, but I was using the camera, putting stuff on Facebook, and that's when you could use music on Facebook back then. So you guys can also go see some of my blues, dancing to the blues. Y'all know I'm a blues fan. So I stayed in my apartment probably about 4 years. But what was missing? My family. I miss my family. Now, I did have a lot of time to think. Oh my God. Oh my God. I did get used to living by myself. Come to find out, I loved it. I loved it because I could think. I had time to think. But in between time, I would get my grandkids. They would come visit me. They would leave. They would come visit me. They would leave. I would go to work. I would do this. I would do that. Well, one day, they left. Because I had them for the whole summer. Y'all, when my grandkids left me, some Dove. This is something that Brenda got. And put some on my hand. On my face, too. Because I'm in the bathroom, y'all. When my grandkids left me, I thought the world was going to come to an end. This is not crazy either. So what I did, I sat there. Mind you, I had no friends. I had no communication with people. One person, she was a real good friend. She's around my age. She'd come and check on me. She would even check on the children when I went to work and make sure they had food and everything when I went to work. We didn't live that far. Her apartment was there. I was there. Her name is Miss Debbie. She was an angel. She was an angel to me. And I tell you, God sent an angel. She was an angel to me. I miss her so much. I do. I really do. She would come there and she always talked about Jesus all the time. Not as for much as forcing it on you, but talking about Phyllis is going to be okay. But I was okay living by myself. I really was, but it was still something more that wasn't there. Couldn't figure it out. Now, let me tell you guys, there may be some crying going on up in here. I don't want to say it's not or whatever, It may be some crying going up in here. So what I did was decided when my grandkids left one day, and I went and told Miss Debbie, I'm moving. I didn't know how it was going to turn out. I couldn't figure out how it was going to turn out at all. Because I was still messed up, you see. Because I never had any healing. Never been healed, never been talked to about it or anything. I just sat there and I held it in. I held it in. And when I tell you, if you hold water into a pipe, it's going to bust. Just keep putting it in there and that other part is not coming out. It's going to come out the other end or it's going to explode. It just is what it is. So what I did was move back home. So you guys can go back over there and you guys can look at the videos in the country with dump truck, the dump truck and all of them. And also one point in time, if you look back at the videos, I had a tiny home. Let's say I thought I had a tiny home. That wasn't finished yet, that was working on it as I lived there. It was being, because I wanted to be left alone. I didn't want to be bothered. I did not want to be bothered because I knew something was, Well, something bothered me. And it kept bothering me. And my body couldn't handle it. It could not handle it because I was already messed up over a whole lot of stuff trying to figure out my life. Didn't know what was going to go in my life. Well, that pipe exploded. It broke, it exploded, it spilled, it just turned. It just went crazy, you guys. Wait, let me get me some tissue. Because I'm in the bathroom, y'all. It exploded. And it wasn't due to anybody. It had nothing to do with anybody. Nothing to do with anybody. So, what I did was decided, well, what I had to do. Because I was losing my mind. No, I was deliberately losing my mind. So, I woke up and I put myself into a mental hospital. For nerve pills, y'all. I put myself in a mental hospital. No, that was the second time. I didn't even tell you about the first time after Brenda left and moved to Alabama. In between that time, I went back to a mental hospital. I went to the mental hospital the first time, and I ended up putting myself back in there again. Couldn't figure out what in the heck was going on with me. Because there was a lot of stuff that was in the inside of me, and it kept going back. If my mama hadn't passed, if I would have had the right thing. So I'm thinking maybe I can take the medication and it'll keep me asleep so I won't have to think. That's the reason people take nerve medication, to be honest with you, is so we don't have to think. I promise you. I did not want to think a period. I did not want to think at all. And then you don't want to tell anybody this because they think you're crazy. They think you're crazy. So, I put myself there, and part of Christmas, I think I stayed in the hospital. Or did I get out of the hospital? Year before last, for Christmas, I was in a mental hospital. Yeah. That's when I got there to the mental hospital, you all. Oh my God, y'all, you guys. When I got, okay, wait. Okay, let me get when I got to the mental hospital, this is like 4 years later when I moved back to Louisiana. I had to go to the emergency room first. So when I went to the emergency room, see, everything worked together for your good. When I look back at it, it works together for the good. I wasn't even taking care of my body right. I really wasn't. Me, I was working, I was taking care of everything else. All I would do was take my blood pressure pills when I wanted to. Sometimes not even drink water with it. Who does that? I was taking the other medicine that the doctor had me on sometime. Probably had one in the car or whatever. It wasn't a nerve pill, blood pressure pill, and cholesterol pill. Throw them down my throat, eat a bag of potato chips, and go about the day and work all day. I was working at Walmart. Not thinking an ounce of water. Being honest with you, wasn't drinking nothing. Body still going through shimmers and all that, but I'm back to where I am now in Louisiana when I moved back. And I came back and I put myself at the emergency room. They looked at me and they was like, after they took my blood and stuff, and they were like, what are you on dialysis? I said, on dialysis? I think you're in the wrong room. They say, so you're here and you're not on dialysis. I said, no, I'm not on dialysis. Okay, maybe I'm in the wrong room. Maybe I'm in the wrong room. And left. So then they took me to the mental hospital. So I go to the mental hospital. Mind you, I'm really messed up at this time because I'm trying to figure out, did they got the wrong chart? Well, won't nobody give me any answers. Y'all, when I tell y'all, I get to the mental hospital. And let me tell y'all, people who go to the mental hospital, don't think everybody in there is. It's a mental problem. It's something that's going on up in here. And don't think, oh, so since you went to a mental hospital, you know how people say that they crazy and all that. No, you're not crazy. You just got a lot of stuff. I put it this way, like older people say, walk a mile in their shoes. Okay? Like older people say, walk a mile in their shoes, and then you'll be able to tell. So I go to the mental hospital, y'all. Y'all, I ain't gonna finish this whole story, okay? So I'll probably make a part 1 or part 2, which I am. So the doctor comes in there to me and says this to me. Your kidneys are shot. My kidneys shot? What do you mean my kidneys are shot? You need a donor. I'm like, wait a minute, hold up. Ooh, wait a minute. I didn't come here for this. I came here for this. I didn't come here for this, the kidney problem. Where the heck did this come in at? Your kidneys are shutting down on you. Oh, my God. I say, okay then, can you release me from this mental hospital so I can go get my kidneys checked and make a doctor's appointment? Nope, you're not ready to go. I said, what am I going to do? Sit up here with my kidneys destroyed day after day and eat what I need to eat what you guys are giving me? Oh man, when I tell you that hospital food was the bomb, man, it was bomb. I promise you, I'm thinking hospital food was going to be, no, I don't know who cooked that food. Was it Brenda cooking that food at that mental hospital? I don't know, but that hospital food was good. At that particular hospital, it was good. So I'm like, what am I going to do? Well, do you have somebody who can donate you one? No. I went through my brothers and sisters and all that. I'm like, I don't want to leave right now. I don't want to go. I'm not prepared. I don't want to die right now. Not now. Not now. So he wouldn't release me. So the next time I saw, which when you're in a mental hospital, they go, the doctor comes, a team of doctors, the psychiatrists come. Psychiatrist, doctor, I don't know who he was, but he came with his 2 assistants with him when they seen all of the patients. Now I'm just directing on my patient. I'm not directing on anybody else that I know me. So I said, Doc, I gotta get out of here. I said, you okay. Alright. I'm trying to hold up. Okay, I'm trying to hold up. Alright. I'm trying. So I said, Doc, you need to tell me if my kidneys are shutting down and you won't release me. And I got 2 kids. And I got grandkids. I had to say goodbye. I don't know what made me wanted to see my family. Because I thought it was the end. I thought it was the end. I didn't want to go out that way. I would break it down, but see, that's the way it worked. It worked for my good to put me there. Do you guys understand what I'm saying? For me to get so mentally broke down, I had to go check on my body because I wasn't going to check on it. I had to nearly have a nervous breakdown to check on my body. Okay? But I did. He said this. Mind you, I had a lady I used to be in there with, very motivated. She had a mental breakdown too. Very motivated. I thank God for Janice. Oh my God, she was my best friend. She was my best friend in there. She was in there, but I'm like, God, they gotta keep me this long. Don't let her take her. So he told me, he said, well, what I'm gonna do? The doctor said, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna send a kidney doctor to you. I'm gonna send you a specialist, a good one. He said that. I thank the Lord. I thank the Lord. Because I had to be in there, I don't know, over a week. And then I'm sitting there worrying myself to death, and my friend Janice and Phyllis, God got you. You're gonna be okay. You're gonna be fine. Oh, y'all. So what I did was kept talking to her, come out my room, talk to her. And the doctor came back, he said, I need a 24-hour urine from you. 24-hour urine from me. So what I did, I mean, this may not be, people might say, ooh, why did she talk like that? What I did while I was in the hospital. And I couldn't go nowhere because I didn't even own my own self. When you put yourself in a mental hospital, you do not own your own self. The state owns you. And you can't get out until they release you. Let's get that straight. Right? Mind you, I was on all this kind of medication, but I didn't know nothing about my kidneys or nothing like that. And they changed medication. They gave me medication to sleep. They gave me medication for seizures, which I used to have. They gave me medication for high blood pressure because you couldn't have your own. I mean, my body had went through a ton of horrible stuff from not being healed. So, after they let me out, I went back to Louisiana. That was the second, that was the story I'm telling you, was it the second nervous breakdown that I went through. And it wasn't nice. Once I got home, I went back into this tiny home I had. When I say tiny home, I was sedating. I was getting away from people completely. Completely. Because I just was this tired. I just didn't, the family would come and see me. Mind you, we're all in the same yard. But I didn't want to see anybody. I shut down. I just wanted to be left alone. I wanted to figure out what was going on. What was just going on with me. Couldn't figure it out. So I had all this medication going on with me. That was just really making me calm and making me nonchalant and have me into my own zone. But that was no way to live. That wasn't no way to live, because once the medication wore off, you still got the problem. People know that. People know that for a fact. You still got the problem. You still got the problem. I didn't know I had distanced myself off from people for almost a year. From people. I didn't know I was just that bad. So you all, this is going to be a part 2. Because I got to tell you all how I ended up here. So you all stay tuned for that. Because it's much more. I mean, there's much more to tell. And on this here journey, you're going to find out no medication. None. Thinking process. Perfect. And also, you all, don't forget this. I'm going to tell you all this. In this story, April April will be in this story. With the chakra bracelets, changed my whole life. I mean, it changed. When I tell you guys the rest of this story, how to get off medication, how to get your mind back, how to get you, oh, this really works. I promise you. So stay tuned. Hopefully the next video will go up tomorrow or the next day or the next day. I'm not for sure because Brenda is ready to do balcony talk, you all. So, cause she miss you. So, stay tuned. Let me let you all hear the second part of the story and how I became Blossom. And I'm at peace and ain't no medication on me.